There are thousands of blocks in Minecraft. But what's the theoretical limit? Will Mojang ever run out of original block ideas? Well, mathematically speaking, no. Not even close. But that's lame. So in this video, I will give you the longer answer, taking you on a journey from what does the question even mean, to a hidden world type, to numbers I don't even know how to describe. Finally ending the video with a final count for every block that will ever exist in the vanilla game. But before all that, let's quickly define a block. In Minecraft, almost everything is a block. A cube with each side having a 16 by 16 pixel texture. And for simplicity's sake, I'm not considering high resolution texture pack. Apart from a full block, we also have many other silhouettes. For example, a staircase. Also the blocks that are actually two 2D textures seemingly glued together, like flowers. You can technically place them, so should we consider them as blocks as well? And what about the blocks that are physically larger than a block? We clearly need to simplify the question or else we won't get a clear answer. Even just looking at the different silhouettes, we have the usual stairs, slabs and trapdoors, but also fences, buttons, pressure plates, bells, lightning rods and many more. Only if there was a way to see every single block in the game in a nice grid, it would be so much easier to tackle the question that way. This is called foreshadowing. This is the debug world, a vanilla world type. You can create it by holding Alt while changing the world type. And this world is very unique, as it contains every single block and their unique block states. It contains some blocks I don't even understand. Now if you don't have the attention span of a goldfish, which, let's be honest, is unlikely, I said every single block and their unique block states. Or simply answer this question. Are these two blocks the same? Most players would agree, saying it is just rotated differently. I mean, what kind of question is that? But this is a great distinction to be made. Are we calculating the number of unique blocks? If so, then a full block can be rotated 24 different ways. Meaning we have to divide the full answer by 24. But not quite, because something like a stair can be only rotated 8 different ways. To make my life easier, we are just gonna consider these two blocks as different. Just deal with it. What about waterlogging though? What does it even mean to waterlog a full block? Okay, maybe not that, but you get the point. This created more questions rather than answering any. So let's start with the simplest thing possible. A single pixel cube. Just one 4096th of a block. How many of these can we have? Well, looking at the Minecraft textures, they are stored as .png files, which means for every pixel of color, we basically have 3 sliders, red, green and blue, with values ranging from 0 to 255. Meaning for just one pixel of color, we would have 256 cube possible combinations, which comes out to roughly 16.7 million. For just one pixel, and we have 6 of them, meaning it's 16.7 million to the 6th power, or 2 followed by 43 zeros. To explain just how mind-bendingly huge this number is, imagine we stack this many electrons end to end. This stack would be taller than our entire observable universe, times 128. For comparison, a human hair is 25 billion times the width of an electron. That's crazy. Now this number would have been more impressive if I wasn't a dirty liar. You actually have another slider, alpha, as unlike in JPEG files, you can also have transparent pixels in PNG files. And doing the same calculation, it comes out to 6 followed by 57 zeros. Don't get excited just yet, because numbers only gonna get more and more brain-numbingly huge. Rather than taking a naive approach to this question, I will take a mathematical one. Basically meaning, even if you wanted to, you won't be able to come up with a unique block to add to the game. Now you would think that I have to sit down and count the surface pixels of this arbitrary and plain weird looking block, right? Well, no. Thankfully. And you will know very soon why. So let's simplify the question even more. How many full blocks are theoretically possible in Minecraft? Just our plain old cube and no other asterisks. Okay, let's finally start. A full block has 6 sides, with each side having a 16 by 16 pixel texture, totaling to 1536 pixels. And as we have already calculated for a single pixel being 4,294,967,296 possible combinations, if we raise this number to our previous number being 1536, this is the final number we get. Simplifying a bit, we get 2 to the power 49,152. or 10 followed by almost 15,000 zeros, or half the weight of your mom. It's a pain to even visualize this number. But okay, imagine every atom in our universe. Every atom from every human being, planet and every asteroid. And imagine each atom being its own individual universe, complete with just as many atoms. Keep doing this again and again. I hope you can understand just how fast the number explodes. But keep doing this 10, 20 or even 30 times and we aren't even close. Rather repeat this step 185 times and then we would reach our number. There's just no other way I can make you visualize this number because every single other option I looked at is just too small. Okay, but what about other block? Let's take stairs for an example. It has 128 fewer surface pixels and after calculation it is 1225 orders of magnitude smaller or 1225 fewer zeros than our previous number. That's practically zero. This actually means we don't even have to calculate for the other silhouettes because their combination will be just rounding errors in the bigger picture. Speaking of that, imagine a world with this many blocks. Every block that Mojang has ever added or will ever add to the game. Unfortunately, most of which you will never see. But that's the beauty of Minecraft. Endless possibilities. Even if we are not there in the future, nothing really changes.